I got nothing but time. You ready, kid?
Of course, it's all about family.
There's always room for family.
But in today's video, it's all about the cars as we are counting down our top 5 cars from the Fast and Furious franchise. Let's get started with number 5. Starting us off, I am placing Han's Mazda RX-7 at number 5.
Bruh.
Now, most lists would rank this higher, but personally, I am not a big Mazda fan, and obviously, this is my list.
I want to hear about this, homie.
I said forget about it, cuz.
But I just love the character of Han and how it is attached to this car. It makes it one of my favorites. I know Tokyo Drift has some positives and negatives, might not be your favorite in the series, but it really makes for a solid standalone movie. And the story behind Han and his Mazda RX-7 really makes this car pop. The donut scene with this RX-7 and it showcases some crazy good cinematography, how they switch from the different angles of the cars and with all the sounds and the music. And it really lets us understand Han's attachment to the car itself. Nothing like using your car and driving skills to grab a girl's number without even saying a word. The riz on this guy, I swear. Let's talk about the car itself. This 1997 Mazda RX-7 was built with the Apex Era Power FC engine, Pirelli tires, the body kit, the black and orange color combo. It is just chef's kiss, and that black and orange is just beautiful to a Dutchman like myself. And it was modified to be completely recognizable from a Mazda RX-7 itself. With Han drifting like we've never seen before, the ups and downs of the storyline climaxing with his death in the ending car crash, it is a tough one to see go, but I'm gonna put it at number 5. At number 4, we're gonna go with the 1967 Ford Mustang Fastback, and it has the GTR engine swap. Now, it was another movie that made me fall in love with the 1967 Ford Mustang, so to see it in Tokyo Drift, it gets me super excited when I saw it for the first time. A GTR-powered Mustang sounds like some sort of crazy experiment that a mad scientist would cook up in his garage, but now, as Tokyo Drift has become more popular, this car received both praise and outrage from some people. You put a JDM engine into a Ford muscle car, but I love it here, and that's why I'm putting it at number 4. Boasting a 2.6 liter twin turbo inline 6 Skyline GTR engine, combines American muscle and, like I said, that JDM performance taken out of the Nissan Silvia. Got close to 500 horsepower, and I love the scene where it goes up against DK's 350Z. You can tell I'm kind of a Nissan guy here. It just beautifully combines the two worlds together, and two of my favorite cars, the Ford Mustang and the GTR, making it into a masterpiece. At number 3, we are going to put Brian's 1994 Toyota Supra from the Fast and Furious, the first one. This is the Mark IV that everybody knows, and we're going all the way back to the first film. The first films just resonated with me so much better, and although this car didn't stick around as much as its kind of American muscle counterparts, in the final ending race is just a climax for me. We see Brian racing against Dom in the Supra. The stakes are high. Not only are they racing each other, but they're racing against the train in the final scene. The sounds of while they're shifting through gears and while they're driving down the road, it's an awesome scene that made this car so iconic. It takes us from the incredible highs to the shocking jaw-dropping crash of Dom in his Charger. And the Supra is just front row center in front of it all. The looks of the Supra with this Lamborghini Diablo candy pearl orange paint, the spoiler, the side skirt, and the underhood neon lighting certainly started a trend. Like, we all remember those guys in our high schools who had the pavement lit up under their car. Everybody in their high school had one of those, and it was thanks to these movies and this car. These Supras were more of a grand tourer rather than a full-on sports car, but the movie takes us through such a phenomenal storyline that gets us so attached to the Mark IV Supra, and we understand why it has earned the name as a 10-second car.
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
544 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, and 0 to 100 in 9.2 seconds. A true staple. I just love the story, like I said, that the movie tells about this car, as it started out as a total wreck and was built into something super spectacular that has really become synonymous with the franchise. Coming in at number 2 is going to be Dom's Charger. The 1970 Charger RT is the one I'm choosing. Now, there's so many Chargers to choose from in this franchise. I had to go with the OG, as you guys can see. It was tough, but you can probably tell from this list that I'm a big fan of the first few movies. They just resonated with me so much more than the newer ones. And as the franchise went on, it became more about unbelievable stunts.
My turn.
Bruh.
You gotta have about 2,000 horsepower in that thing.
Try 3,000. Try 5.
And plot twists versus just the story of the car itself. So this one is a mainstay in the top for me. To see this car go through so many movies in the franchise, though, it's kind of become a character of its own, and it deserves to be in the character list on the IMDb webpage. So that's kind of my justification for this choice. I love all the wheelies that he pulls in this thing, and it stands out in the first movie. Every time he takes off, he pulls a wheelie, because the whole movie we're kind of seeing these like bright colored Japanese makes with crazy wings and body kits, and then we just get introduced to that American muscle with this Charger.
America! Yeah!
Menacing just standing alone, but the RT was reported to have close to 900 horsepower with the rear-wheel drive. The engine that was shown in this garage scene reveal was actually a Chrysler 426 Hemi V8. Of course, this car goes through some changes throughout the series, and one of my favorites being the off-road Charger from Fast and Furious 7. Kind of gives me Mad Max vibes, which is also another one of my favorite movies. So if you guys want us to rank some cars from that movie, comment below. Dom's Charger is certainly a poster boy for the franchise, and I couldn't make a top 5 list without including it. A few honorable mentions. We're gonna go with Han's 400Z. Obviously, I love the 400Z, and I love this one with Han here. Han is one of my favorite characters, like I told you guys before.
That's a price I can live with.
The tank from Fast and Furious 6. Love tanks, kind of gives me that GTA vibe when you're just driving a tank through the city, so I had to throw the tank on here.
They got a tank.
2021 Nissan Silvia S15, and of course those 1996 Honda Civics, which really inspired a generation of car enthusiasts. We all know someone who tricked out their car to replicate one of these. Coming in at number 1 is Brian's 1999 Nissan Skyline GTR R34. You knew, if you guys are watching this channel, if you guys know me for a long time or part of the Cars Unlocked community, you knew this one was going to be at the top. It's got nitrogen tanks in the passenger seat of this thing. The silver and blue striping, that iconic wing just sets it apart. I also love the whole scene, the way my boy Ludacris just commands attention. He really steals every scene that he's in.
Stand real clear, alright? Because I got a surprise for y'all.
These early Fast and Furious movies always came down to whoever uses the nitro boost most effectively. You know, you use that nitro too early and you've lost. You use it too late and you've lost. But Brian uses it just right to win. The Skyline GTR has a 2.6 twin turbo straight 6-speed gearbox and all-wheel drive system. Now this R34 saw a stiffer body from previous Skylines and about 420 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds and 0 to 100 miles per hour in 9 seconds. This is why this car has become one of the most imitated from car enthusiasts, and I'm ranking this car at number 1.
You just earned yourself a dance with the devil boy.
So that's our list, guys. Now, you guys comment below, was there any cars that didn't make the list or any other cars that you have in your top 5? Would you make your list differently? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say and get a great conversation going in the comments. As always, follow us on Instagram. I'm going to put my Instagram in the description below. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next video.